Hey, this is Mufrat Aritra from Bimser International. We're a passionate enterprise software maker, and we have been bringing the best solution ideas since 1998. Today, I'm going to present you with our enterprise maintenance management system called Beam. We have been developing this product for over 20 years, so Beam is very detailed and fully integrated. Our past clients have reported a significant reduction in maintenance costs by 15 to 20%, as well as the reduction in failure rate by over 80%. Now, let's see what Beam can do for us by first logging onto the screen. So right now I'm using a web browser on my computer to demonstrate Beam, but we also have a mobile application for both Android and iOS users. So now that we have successfully logged in, we come across the dashboard page. As you can see, it's real-time interactive. We have many different charts over here, many tables, and many graphs, and all sorts of widgets. So with this design bar, you can delete any types of graphs. You can delete these tables. You can delete the charts, however you like to. It's your choice. So I don't want to delete any of them, so I'll just press cancel over here. But if you want to delete it, you just press the save button. So Beam can create different types of users and give them access to their modules based on the type of users. And since I'm the admin user right now, I have access to all the modules, and all the modules are right over here, as you can see. So these four on top are our top four modules: asset, maintenance, material, and personal. There are top four modules. Purchase management and the energy and after sales are additional modules. So starting from the top, we have the asset management module where we can manage all different kinds of assets from different locations. And before adding asset to the system, we need to configure the system through the definition section. So this definition section is the infrastructure of our asset management module. So all these options like operations, cost centers, departments, these are part of our infrastructure. And after you have defined this infrastructure, then you can start adding assets to the system. So to add those assets, you go to the assets function, and then you can add those assets either by manually or importing from a spreadsheet. So as you can see from here, this is the home screen of the assets, and this icon, asset tree, leads directly to the asset tree. So this asset tree is actually the structure that most of our company follows. And if you press this button, it will keep expanding. And if you keep expanding, you will see all these levels. You can add as many levels as you want. It's actually totally your preference, however you want to. So now I'm going to show you show you our graphical asset tree, which is right over here. So the graphical asset tree, it essentially provides users with a bird view of our assets functioning in real time. So the assets labeled in green are in good working conditions. Whenever there's a problem with these green dots or assets, these will turn red immediately. Also, this graphical asset is interactive, so you can move it here or there with your mouse. It's up to you. So also, when you use the mouse on a specific asset, it will show all these detailed informations. And also with this graphical asset tree, you can also do different types of activities. Like when you press the green buttons, you'll see all these options that will come up, like create work request, create order, show history. So you can basically just create work request right from there, or you can just create order right from there, or you can even check all of these informations from here. So this is actually a really powerful tool we have. And then I'm going to show you how we can manually add these assets. So we go to the assets, and then we just go to the home page of the assets because we want to manually import an asset now. So to do that, we just press the add over here. And right now I'm thinking of adding a vehicle. So I want to add a truck. So I just pick the vehicle options, and then from there, I'll just add all these information. These options are not really mandatory. You can pick however you want to. But one thing I would like to focus on is that all these star marks, they're mandatory. So you need to fill it out. Otherwise, you can't really save the document. So all these options regarding the star marks group, this is mandatory. You have to pick it up. But other options, like asset owner code, current account card, those are not mandatory. You can just leave it blank. So as I have picked all of these options out, so now there are also all of these other functionalities that you can see on the left side of the screen. So other infos, you can add all this information based on your preference. If you want to add manufacture date, you can add it over here. You can add descriptions, and you can add old asset and all this information that you feel are relevant to your product. I would like to show that you can also add a document from here. So when you press the documents button over here, you can add any sort of documents over here. And after you're done with everything, you can just press the save button, and that asset will be added. So, but for me, it's just a demo. So I don't want to add an asset on this platform. So I will not press the save button. But when you want to do that, you can press the save button. So I'll just pick the cancel. Okay. So now we also have the inside the asset management module, we also have the reports function where we can generate different reports like the asset barcode list, asset list base, asset status report, asset status history. You can create all sorts of reports from here. So for demonstration purposes, I'm going to create the asset status report. So I'm pressing the asset status report right now, and it brings me to this screen. So you can pick all these options right now, or you can just press the prepare button right here. It will create a report. And then you can filter those reports with those options. You can filter before creating the report. You can do it afterwards. It really is your own choice. And for me, I would like to add like for asset type, I want to only show the vehicles. And when I do that and I press the prepare, it will give me a new report from here. So these are actually our asset management module. Now I would like to introduce you to the maintenance management module. So this is our maintenance module, maintenance management module. And through this module, we can assign work orders to resources with included time and costs. As you can see from the screen, work requests and work orders are some of its very functions. So let's move to the work request first. Through this work request function, the requester can submit different work requests. If you click on either of these options, if you double click on either of these options, it will give you all these details about these work requests. You can, because I have the admin authority, I can change anything on these options. Like I can just change the asset status to production stopped or production no, but it won't be but it won't be in your case. But regardless, so uh, so you can change all this information from here. You can add the FM23 from here. But for me, it's just a demonstration, so I'm not going to do either of them. So I'll just press cancel. But you can do it. You have all the authority over here. And also, I can use the work orders function to assign different work orders based on the work request. I can just press the add button from here, and I can assign all these different new work orders from on the screen. It's for emergency pop-up. So this is just emergency pop-up. You can also close work order from this screen. So this is also a very useful tool. And next, I want to show you the work order calendar. So on this work order calendar, there is a clear picture of different work orders in the system. You can check all the work orders that were created based on the dates. You can change the sequence of the dates, like you can change it to work week, and it will show a different sequence, different pattern. And it will show, when you change it to week or agenda, it will show a different pattern. So now the main portion of our maintenance management module is the preventive maintenance module functionality. So through this preventive maintenance functionality, we can create periodic checks to make sure that assets are in a good functionality. For example, you can just click on create a new work order, create preventive maintenance order from on the screen. And when you press this button, it will automatically create a preventive work order, as we can see on this screen. So we can just press the create order button from here, and it will, after selecting this option, you can just press create order, and after that it will create a transaction, as you can see. And also we also have the reports functionality, just like we did in the asset management module. These reports have actually a very similar functionality. So with the asset management module, so I'm not going to go deep on these reports. They actually create similar reports like we did on the asset management module. And then we have the material management module. So through this material management module, we can keep track of the status of the stocks. So we can also make sure whenever the module needs to be updated, if you click on the materials, you can see different spare parts that are listed on the system. You can add spare parts through these options. You can add these options, like you can add all these informations. You have to fill out the star marks, and then you can just press the save button from here, and all those spare parts would be added to the system. And I would also like to show that on this material management module, you can go to the material transactions functionality, and through this functionality, you can add any source of material that is incoming or withdrawing or transfer. Right now, we don't have any material on the system saved right now, so you can see there's no data. But as for your case, you can add a material withdrawing, incoming. It's up to you, however you would add it and store these information. So on this material management module, we also have a very graphics functionality. So graphics functionality is kind of similar to the reports that we made, but graphics is much more colorful, and it also allows you to create charts. So for instance, if you press the chart button, it will create charts that will give you a better overview of your materials. And when you hover your mouse over these screens, you will see a better brief overview of how your products are being used. And the graphics has also different dates, so it's very useful. Finally, we come across the personal management module. So from personal management module, we can manage different resources and advise work schedule based on their time. So you can create from here you can create a new worker, and you can also check the calendars, which is on the screen. So when you press the resource occupation calendar, you can check the calendar, which is right here. Through this calendar, you can see all of the workers, you can change the sequence, and you can see all of those brief information over here. So using this resource occupation calendar, you'll get a brief idea of which workers are currently working or which workers are not currently working. So that's pretty much everything about this demo. Thank you for watching again. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us, or schedule a demo with us. This is Mufrat from Bimser International. Thank you for watching.